Good morning. Welcome back again with BBC's Monthly Headline News. When I wake up every morning, there are two questions in my mind. When was the last time we saw the blue sky in Jakarta? A few days ago, or maybe a few weeks ago? Which is definitely not today because we can see how cloudy the sky in Jakarta is with the density of people's activities. I'm pretty sure this cloudiness isn't the fog present in the mountains, but it could be the pollutant haze that we see in the Jakarta sky almost every day. Air quality in Jakarta is increasingly worrying. The World Health Organization WHO records every year there are 7 million deaths related to air pollution, with 2 million of them occurring in Southeast Asia. And WHO also estimates that stroke, heart disease, and lung cancer are associated with air pollution, causing 60 to 100 deaths in Indonesia. The following is a report related to air pollution in Jakarta. First report will be delivered from the Jakarta. Azmi.
Jakarta's air quality has recently been recorded as unhealthy based on data from the air visual application. Jakarta's air quality index can reach more than 150 micrograms per meter. Indicators of high air pollution in Jakarta include visibility being very limited, uncomfortable outdoor activities, and body becoming it's easy to get tired even though you don't do strenuous activities. Not only visual weather application, other sources also provide similar data at several air quality monitoring points in Jakarta. With air quality as bad as this, Jakarta are encouraged to use pollution masks when we're doing outdoor activities, closing window, and even using air filter in the air indoors. Population vulnerable to air pollution are children, the elderly, pregnant women, and outdoor work. We all know that are 553,000 deaths of children under 5 every year due to respiratory disease related to air pollution in the world. Non-communicable disease, namely stroke, heart, lungs, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and lung cancer related to air pollution also caused 6,200 deaths in Indonesia in 2020. At the Occupational Lung Disease Clinic and the Persahabatan Hospital Jakarta, environment, research and treatment of the lung due to the effect of pollution have been carried out for years. Most of the patients with respiratory and lung disease in this clinic are from smokers and ex-smokers, but some are case sensitive to air pollution, smoke, and dust.
Depending on his sensitivity, if he has allergic pancreas, he will immediately cause symptoms of shortness of breath or coughing. In the long term, there may be a decrease in lung function, or he who is smaller, it will actually go a lot towards his heart.
Case of the impact air pollution on lung health can be very risky. August Tarman. For example, this South Jakarta resident was sentenced to suffer for lung cancer after experiencing initial symptoms of coughing and shortness of breath. His profession as a construction worker is also a source of exposure to dirty air that enters the respiratory tract and lungs.
I feel short of coughing. I've been told that this father will eat it. If, for example, there is smoke from your vehicles, just avoid it.
The population most at risk of the impact of air pollution is outdoor workers. The risk of the impact of air pollution is not instant. It takes 10 until 15 years of accumulation of pollutant that enter the body can become cancer cells.
How does that actually happen when these very fine particles enter the respiratory tract? They can stimulate a normal cell to grow abnormally, and they will turn into a cancer cell, which is called a change in carcinogenic nature of pollutant.
Air pollution in Jakarta is undeniably the result of high human activities, motorized vehicles that grow uncontrollably, coal-fired power plant installation around the Jakarta, a culture of burning garbage, and the last few months have been exacerbated by drought. Back to the studio, Shafa.
Thank you, Azmi. The latter in the day does not mean that Jakarta is free from the threat of harmful pollutants. We can indeed see above the sky. Jakarta, the blue sky is already visible, but below it there is still residual fog, which is most likely to change the pollutant haze. And this data show that we can no longer deny that pollutants are dangerous in the air around us, Jakarta's air. It's time for us to work together to solve this problem, the pollutant problem in Jakarta, before it gets worse, before we fall victim. I'm Shafa Qanita, BBC's Mantri News report.